Hey guys, it's Jessie V. So today my little moon tattoo is poking out a bit, okay? Saying hello. Whenever I post a picture on Instagram where I'm showing my moon tattoo, people always comment like, oh, you're trying to show off again? Trying to show off that tattoo? I mean, yeah. Isn't that why you get tattoos? Shouldn't I be wearing it proudly? No, but on a serious note, I know I posted a very emotional video a couple days ago, and I just wanted to say thank you for all of your support and your kind words. It made me feel so loved and just so appreciative to have you guys. So reading all of your comments really meant a lot to me, so I'm just so gracious that I have the ability to open up to you guys like that. So because that video was really rather depressing, I thought we would lighten things up a bit. And, well, I mean, this is still kind of a mysterious video, but I thought we'd just, you know, bring Disney into the mix because Disney's always good, you know? Disney, whenever you're sad, just Disney. And this video is actually quite intriguing for me because I know that when I went to Disney World, a lot of the times I'd hear the characters or the staff saying like code words that only they could understand and the guests had no idea what they meant. And I'm sure if you guys have been to either Disney World or Disneyland, you have heard these words being said as well. And if you haven't, you're in for a little surprise here, okay? But I think at really any workplace, people have code words. Like when I used to work at Michael's craft store, we had a bunch of code words. I don't remember them because I worked there like 4 years ago. The time has really gone by. More than that, 5? Maybe 5 years, guys. I'm in my mid-20s now, okay? It's a little sad. But we had this one code word that I thankfully never ever had to use. And it was basically if a parent went up to one of the staff members at my work and said that their child was missing, there was a code word that if it was said over the intercom, all the doors in the store would be locked. We'd call the police, and basically it just prevents if a child was taken in the store for the person not to escape with the child, you know what I mean? But we never had to use that, so all was good. But I found a few online sources claiming for these people to know what the code words at Disneyland mean. Some of these people are saying they're old employees, and I just want to say, like before I begin talking about them, just to save my butt, these are all just alleged. Is that the word? Allegedly? Alleged? What are words? No, but none of these are confirmed. They're just things that people say they think they are. So I just want to put that out there so like Disney doesn't come and find me and, you know, I don't want that. Okay, so let's begin. The first code word is called the white powder alert. And this one is actually quite disturbing. And no, it does not mean drugs or anything like that. The white powder alert is used when a guest tries to spread their family's ashes on a ride. Okay, people actually do that? I mean, of all places, if one of my family members died, I don't think I'd be like, well, let's take their ashes on a roller coaster. Like, unless they really wanted that. But yeah, it says, thinking nobody will see them open a bag and dump the cremated family Disney fan in his favorite ride at the park, they are badly mistaken. Cameras are positioned in many places in the parks. There are tons of them everywhere watching you. So it is likely that this attempt would be caught on camera and then they would yell, white powder alert. It says, you can be born at Walt Disney World. You can receive a proposal and be married at Walt Disney World. You can even die at Walt Disney World, but you may not be buried there. So if that's like in your future plans, it ain't gonna happen for you, okay? Alright, so the next code is called Code V, which I'm sure you guys can assume what it means, what starts with V, what happens a lot on rides. Do you get what I'm saying here? It definitely means vomit. So this is not a code that I'm sure cast members want to say. This happens a lot at like carnivals and theme parks because there's so many food stands like candy and hot dogs and all kinds of stuff. So the kids eat it all and then they're like, I want to go be thrown upside down. And you know, it doesn't go well for them. So yeah, it is a vomit alert or a protein spill, if you will. And cast members are required to clean it up ASAP, which is obviously disgusting. When I used to work at a pool, I was a lifeguard and a swimming instructor, kids would sometimes vomit in the pool, which was super convenient. And then we'd have to say code V and everyone would have to evacuate the pool so they wouldn't be contaminated with someone else's protein. Okay, so then we have code 101 and code 102. So code 101 means that a certain ride is down. So it means that it is not working, it is not open, people cannot go on this ride. And then when the ride is up and running again, so when they have fixed the ride, they use code 102. And I think they use this word because let's say a ride breaks down with people on it, they're not going to want to announce over the intercom, everybody, the ride is broken. It is better to say code 101, you know? You know what I mean? The next one is called Signal 70, and that means that there is a lost parent. And it's interesting that they use lost parent, and it says that they don't want to tell kids that they're lost because then it causes the kid to panic and everybody like around them to panic. So when you say lost parent, it doesn't sound as bad because people aren't as concerned about adults, you know what I mean? So they say Signal 70, a parent is lost. So Signal 25 indicates that there is a fire, so if you ever hear this signal, it is not a good sign and you're gonna want to step away from the flames, okay? Step away from the flames. Stop, drop, and roll. And then you have what is called code speak. So this just refers to different words you use for different things. So for example, the people that are at the Disney resort are called guests. A cast member means someone that works at Disney, like a staff member, but it's cast member. A costume is obviously what we all know is what the character is wearing. Then a show is something happening on stage. A role is all cast member jobs. On stage is what the guests can see, and backstage is what they cannot see. Then you have the green room, which is the restroom, and then you have a dark ride, which means an indoor ride. I have never heard of an indoor ride being called a dark ride. That sounds kind of scary. It sounds like all the lights are going to be off, and it sounds evil. It's a dark ride, okay? It's the ride of the Sith. That was a that was a Star Wars reference if you didn't get that. Alright, and then lastly on this website at least, you have the Kiss Goodnight. And that is for the people who linger at the park even after closing has been announced. So it says if you're there 30 minutes after the park has closed, the polite reminder for please leave the park is basically give that person a goodnight kiss. And it's interesting because when the park is closing, it says they play over the speakers When You Wish Upon a Star. It's kind of like that good night lullaby sort of thing, like, okay guys, can you like get out of here? But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So that is what I found on this first website, and a lot of these websites have the same ones over and over, so I'm gonna try and find one that I haven't said yet, which might be difficult. Oh, this one I found kind of funny. So this is what cast members say to rude visitors. So people that are causing a ruckus or just, you know, just causing trouble. They're not being easy to deal with. It says if a visitor is particularly rude or disruptive, staff will refer to them as a treasured guest. So they're still trying to be nice about it, but when you're a treasured guest, it basically means you're an unwanted guest, so better get out of the park. Here's one that I haven't found yet. Code Winnie, which is so interesting because my dog is named Winnie, is a staff phrase for when a kid pees in the pool. So a code Winnie. So sorry, my dog is a code word for when a kid pees in the pool. That's interesting. And then there's also another like code saying for when there's a really rude guest in the park. Instead of saying like goodbye, you would say to them, have a magical Disney day, which means you're a horrible person, please get out of the park. It's fine, that's so interesting. Anyways, those are all the secret code words that I found. As I said before, these were not like confirmed by Disney themselves. These are just sites that I found where people claim they used to be cast members and stuff like that. So who knows if they're 100% true. I mean, a lot of them sound really, really logical to be used, but I just want to like rephrase that so I don't get Anyways, I'm going to get going now, but look out for more Disney videos coming from me probably over the next week or so because I did find a lot of really interesting things about the park that I think you guys will be really interested in. So look out for that, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!